Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I will be giving you my honest opinion on uranium miners in the US and Canada. Again, as you know, the uranium market is in full swing. Twitter is all over the place. You know, everyone is bullish. We went bullish again last summer, 2023, August maybe. Anyways, the uranium market looks really insanely good. We will be looking at miners in the US and maybe a bit of URNM at the start to get a brief overview of where we are in time. URA maybe even. It looks good, guys. Uranium looks fantastic. The spot price is 106, I think. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Quickly, weekly, URA, just very quickly. We've broken that long-term gold trend line there. After we left that blue wedge, we've been very bullish right here. This is July. And now we have that last bit of hurdle, the triangle high here at roughly, let's call it 32. And we are right there at 32 right now. Again, when this breaks, that's when things will get very interesting, because that is basically the cup and handle that is getting triggered. In my view, it has been triggered. We just need that extra. But anyways, URNM, same thing again here. We have actually broken that high there from 2021. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Well, the miners, U.UN. The Sprout Physical Uranium Trust. I cleaned it up here a lot because there's nothing like this. We are going to visit that all-time high at roughly 38 before we see any bigger drawdowns, in my view. Again, more or less every single minor and major resistance that I have had in, it just blasted through ever since we left the building right there. It's been a one-way street. So again, I assume that we are going all the way up to there before I think we see actually people taking profits. And understandably so, in my view. Insanely strong. BSK, Blue Sky, Uranium. Look at that golden triangle there. We are still in this, it's been a while, in this blue downtrend here. I want to note that actually, if we zoom in here, my take is that if we can leave these highs here at roughly 0.07, so getting to 0.08, that is when things could potentially start to move fast for BSK as well. Keep in mind, it's a $20 million stock, so it's a small one. Zooming out here, I want to take the broader view. This is Cameco. What I run here from roughly 7 to roughly 70, so that's a 10-bagger already for Cameco. And you can see here we are above the all-time highs. Beautiful. We did even retest it a bit deep, but anyways, Heiken Nashi candles. By the way, I'm doing Heiken Nashi candles for the videos here. I want to know your opinion, because I think they give a better visual for you to see where we are. I think the other candles can be a bit iffy, but Heiken Nashi candles are definitely better at seeing the trend. If you don't know what Heiken Nashi is, check it out. You can find it all over the internet if you just Google Heiken Nashi. Again, we are here with a beautiful candle above the all-time highs for Cameco. It looks really good. As long as we're in this green uptrend, you don't do anything. Alaska is waking up big time, up 10% a day today again. When that golden rail gives in my view, we're going to see that all-time high very quickly. This is a lot of energy that has been added in to this here. Let's see what we're pointing to. I think we're actually pointing to a bit higher than the highs there. But anyways, I think the highs from 2016, when we leave, roughly 0.6, roughly, I think this one here will spring, and you will see it move rather quickly. It has been very strong, Alaska. Denison Mines, also a fan favorite. Here, October 2023, breakout retest, resumption. We are now above the flag high right there. Beautiful, or the triangle high. And in my view, we are going now on the path, not a straight line, but to 4.3. Why is 4.3 so important? Big pivots right there. And especially this pivot here from that overall macro structure right there is very, very important. And we will get there, in my view, in 2024, no doubt. And no doubt. I would be insanely surprised if not, due to this right here. Wave 1, wave 2 assumption. So Denison looks really good. EU, Encore Energy. There it is. We haven't reached the triangle high yet. but we are getting very close. We have a bit of a bit resistance right here, should be minor. In my view, we are on the path to visit the upper blue trend line right here. So at some point in time, we're going to visit that 20. That is really how I see things after we left this long-term bull flag here. You can see the pole is very long, so I would assume that we could actually go all the way up to here for Encore Energy. Anything else to mention? No, not really. Bit of a strange chart compared to the others, but that is my view. Again, my honest opinion, you can do with it what you want. I don't care. Fission uranium, right now, we are just at the triangle high here. Boop, 2021 highs, and we are right there now. Could we need some sort of pause here, sideways action and then higher? Sure. If that happens, that's even better because you just recharge and then you can gain some energy and you can blast higher. So again, in the longer term, I would actually prefer, but again, we don't know what happens. Down 2% today, but again, given the fact that we came from 0.5 to 1.24, that doesn't mean anything. This was obviously the big levels to buy into, when we broke that double rail, and then we had this bull flag, and now we're just resuming higher. Again, we are within the green uptrend, and yes, I think we could visit a lot higher prices for fission uranium. If we really get a lot of legs to this move here in uranium, which I think we do. Oh, my favorite, all of a sudden, this is one of my best long-term setups that I have. It's very simple. I'm not going to detail because I think I've done that in some videos before. You can check them out if you want to. But nonetheless, huge contraction here. That was a falling wedge, which involved into that blue mega insane. This is weekly candles, by the way. So, and then a huge squeeze. And if you look at the candles, for the past 4 months or so, you can just see indecision all the way, wicks on both sides, and here wicks again, and now we have just boom, we left the station, so to say, and so to speak, and you had volume kicking in. That is beautiful. Find, in my view, should be bought. Any dip should be bought. Any bull flag, any retesting, it doesn't matter. The trend is so strong right now. Should we be buying here? No, absolutely not. But if you start to see maybe a day or two of red, you can buy into that. Or if you get the classic bull flags, whatever, you can choose your recipe. But again, find, in my book, until we get below here, which I can't see happening, you should ride this long-term trend because the moving averages are just right in here in that squeeze, and they're just lifting it all the way up. I like find right here, right now. A very strange chart, by the way, but when we started to see that squeeze, that was when it really had my attention again. Forces metals also looks insanely good, up 4% today, beautiful. Long-term golden trend line here broken, retest, yep, and now we're blasting higher. This one is just a parallel from that to there, also broken. We had a bit of resistance, you can see right here, and then we pulled back and then we're blasting higher again. At a minor level right now, well, minor, but we are close to the triangle high here, right there, at roughly 1.3. But overall, this one looks fantastic as well. You can clearly see the downtrend, the basing, and now the uptrend. Again, wave 1, 2, 3. I mean, looks insanely good. It really does. FUU is about to leave the station. Unless we get, this short-term gap fill on the URA and URNM, that might be delayed. But look what we have here for FUU. Also, people are very fond of this stock here. There's a lot of people that are involved in it. And this right now is a Heikin-Ashi daily breakout. Again, a breakout, the difference between a standard candlestick and a Heikin-Ashi candlestick breakout is when the breakout happens on the Heikin-Ashi, that usually you usually get it correct more often because this is the average of the prior day and so on. I will not go into detail. You can read that yourself. So you get a lot more of an average price, meaning if you get the breakout, it is more telling. And in my view, this one has a lot of room to go. We broke that golden trend line there, free falling. You can see it here. I want to zoom in so you can actually see it on the mobile if you are on 3 impulse lower lows, retest. That is as good as it gets, really. Breakout, and you get a free falling impulses down there. And now we're just kissing it higher here again, breaking out. If we get a weekly close, you know, a big green Heiken-Ashi here, I'm very, very much in love with that stock all of a sudden here. Global Atomic, again, I said it in a previous video, I didn't expect a V-shaped recovery. I said it, and I even said it when I was on Andy, you know, finding value finance, when we started to bash here. My take was that we were actually going to at least go more sideways. But clearly, that candle this week, this week is just beautiful. Even last week we broke out, but this to me says that we are above the Niger level right there at 2.86. And by the Niger level, I mean where the news came out that, you know, all the stuff that happened in Niger. We're above the neckline, above the golden head shoulder trend line. Beautiful. Beautiful. By the way, GoVX, look at that entry right there, but that's in the past. Right now, we are, in my view, about to try to leave that blue downtrend right there. We have some internal golden bands that is acting as support and resistance, retesting it here. And now I think we could have an inverted head and shoulders in the making here. So if we get above 0.2, in my view, maybe call it a bit higher, 0.22, but you know, in that zone, I think GoVX is about to join the uranium bull market, which is in full swing. I have no doubt about it. So look for that 0.21, 0.22. You know what I mean? That is where it happens. ISO also looks, yeah, I'll say it again, looks really good. I mean, overall, when you have URNM and URA performing as they do, most of the miners looks insanely good. So surprise, surprise. But the price action is as follows, you know, late summer 2023, excuse me, breakout, bull pennant, higher again. We're coming to resistance here at 5. We have a high there and a high there. So let's see what happens, but definitely long term, same thing again, huge move up here, sideways action. And now we just need to get rid of these resistances, getting above the all-time high, and then this will run big time. Cap, nothing much, a bit of a weird chart to be honest, but anyways, we are now grinding higher to the all-time highs from November 2021. What happens there, we will see, but definitely there should be some profit taking there. That's kind of obvious to anyone. But cap is a big one here, 11 billion now dollar market cap company. Nothing more to add really to that one. Laramid, beautiful. Long-term golden trend line there, 2021 high there. And look what is happening here now on the Heiken-Ashi candle. Boom. 15-year long breakout is happening as we speak. Beautiful. We had that touch right there, and what I love to see afterwards, a very small, I want to zoom in because maybe you can't see it. Maybe you can't see that. You can see it here, we tagged it, you know, November 2023. We didn't get a massive rejection. We just went sideways. That squeeze right there, boom, volume kicking in. Fantastic. Nothing to say really. Now we're going to the triangle high there at roughly 1.1. And in my view, as long as, holy moly, as long as we are in this blue uptrend, we are going to we're going to visit that level 3. In my view, when we clear this 1.1 level, we will get to 3. Not in a straight line, but that is the path to me that Laramid looks like it wants to do. LEU, centrist, a bit of a weird one compared to the others. However, breaking out of that long-term all-time high there, 2021 high there. And there's a lot of other things going on, but I have deleted it just because I want to focus on what is important to me right now. And that's the breakout that we see here. And now bullish, I want to do it better, bullish consolidation right there. So we're flagging right above that trend line. Usually that is the direction that we go. And again, if this uranium bull market has legs to it, which I think it has, that is also where LEU is going to join the party right here at getting, let's call it above 60, maybe a tad below, but anyway, so roughly 60, and this one should be on the move. You know, you can also note that something like that, so we have some sort of level coming in here, but anyways, the big bottom really seems to be done here, and we're about to finally see something big here. Roughly $1 billion market cap. Lightbridge, again, weird one. I have no idea what to do with this stock here. I'm just waiting for that. long-term golden trend line to break. Short term, if you want to play it, you can see that we might have some stuff going on here if you just align them perfectly right there. So maybe we have a break here of that trend line there, and you also could actually make it from there to there. So you actually do have something short term going on. Play it as you may, but this break here might be the start. Actually, it probably is the start where we tag that long-term golden trend line. You can see it there, well defined as well. So definitely want to look for light bridge, but it has underperformed so heavily when everything else has went up. So that is always a bit of a why is that the case? Mega uranium, I love mega uranium. I absolutely love mega uranium. Again, we had that squeeze right there, and then again, summer 2023, we left the station, and that was when we talked about we are going to visit that trend channel high at roughly 0.41 in that vicinity. And where are we now? We are breaking out. Tiny, tiny bull flag right there on the retesting. Boom, we are higher again. Again, targets can often be that you make the full run, so the height of this channel there, you add it on top, and you all the way up here at 3.3. That is my max greed target. Let's see if we get there. However, in my view, mega uranium, the basing is complete. Downtrend, basing, uptrend. Beautiful. Beautiful. NXE, that is next gen. I sold my position here of next gen on that break, and that was roughly 9, and we are now at roughly 11. So that was clearly not correct doing so. I did take that profit. It was one of my bigger, I think I had 320% profit from, well, from over here. Yep, right here, there it is. And I divided into 3 other miners that were added into. So again, this has all gone up, so it's not a complete waste. But again, this is a break. When it broke here, that candle, that's actually where I sold, and you can clearly see that that just didn't last long. Boom, and we went higher again. So this is something that I need to review, and I might need to talk to one of the guys that I talk to from time to time about this exit. Maybe this is a guy that I respect very much, and I want to see what he thinks about it. He'll probably laugh. It's fine. You can always learn things. SMR, I have no lines on it. Maybe you can add one, but again, the chart is so weird. The only thing I can say is that this, to me, looks like capitulation, huge spike, and now hopefully we're making a higher low there. If we get a double bottom, maybe you can add into SMR there, but I don't know what to do with that, in my opinion. Good. Sky Harbor, same thing more or less as Mega Uranium. In my view, right now, we are just charging up to leave the basing, downtrend, basing, and the uptrend. So look for that break of 0.7. You can see it here. That is the blue triangle there, big retest on there, beautiful. And now we're just charging up in my view. We have an internal trend line as well, that minor blue, tagged it there. And if we can get going here, breaking above, these highs here, and then last but not least, 0.7375-ish, Sky Harbor looks really good. It looks really good no matter what. You can see here the bottom here, double headed, inverted head and shoulders. Beautiful. Beautiful. Especially that retest. That's just, I love that. UEC, nothing much to add really. We are in the green uptrend. We're going to tag the all-time high from 2007 at roughly $9. And we are clearly on the way. We are at 8 right now. So nothing much to add. I want to see what happens there at $9. But anyways, as long as we're in the green uptrend, beautiful. If you come down to the green lower trend line, you can add into it, or you can sell, the spikes into the upper. I mean, it's totally up to you. But definitely when we get above the all-time highs, there are fresh air. There's no resistance from prior price action anyways. Looks beautiful. UEC, or URG, my bad. This is a long video, but it's pretty nice that we cover these miners because they have done so damn well over the past few weeks. Again, this was a bit iffy to see what was going on, but now the main take is we are now again trying to break the golden trend line. I think we will have a third touch, bit of a dribble, and then we will blast higher. The green support zone held, you know, we had some wicks, yeah, but still it held. That is my take. We will tag it, bit of a bounce, and then I think we're going higher again for URG. UROI, again, here looks insanely good. Oh, looks insanely good. The final last resistance here broken. That was a bull flag right there, by the way. And now we are above the bull flag high, and we are going higher again. In my view, we are just nice and slowly on the way to tag that triangle high right there at roughly 6. We are at 3.5 right now. Looks really good. If you want to do the measured move of this flag, it looks something like this for the next leg up, right? There it is. So roughly 4.5. That is where we're going for this leg up in my view, based on that pattern right there. Overall, 6, roughly 6. We're going to 6 before any. That's the previous all-time high of the stock there. So that will be some profit taking. UUU with a bit of a scare right here, right there. Oops, I was like, that's not good. However, we are back above again. The bull flag is now fully intact. UUU is lagging a bit here, but when we get above here, in my view, 11.3, that is the neckline from this overall big 10-year long inverted head and shoulders. When that triggers, UUU will run very fast, very quickly, very high. The targets are very much up here somewhere. Again, when we get to that high there, that is where roughly 80. I really think that we could get to that. We are at 8 now. So I think UUU could actually be a 10 bagger from here, based on what I see here. It's not because I'm a uranium bull, but that is just the pattern, really. That is the pattern that you're looking at right there. So we don't need much. We don't need much to clear this squeeze that is coming right there. We have some internal green one here, beautiful. Right now, I just want to see some sideways action. And when we clear that upper, that will be the key triggering point. Not the key is obviously the neckline, but that, I think, when we break, the neckline will get touched, maybe a bit of a pullback, and then we blast through that. SASK, again, was mentioned by one of the viewers. I have it in here. It's only 1 year old. Not many lines you can add. The only thing I could find, again, was that squeeze there, and we have the levels here, which we are above now. Some volume kicking in. It looks all right, I guess. As long as we're above that 1.3 level, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yellow cake, YCA. We're going to tag it. We talked about it a lot. When we were here, I think we're going to tag it roughly 800, 850, depending on how fast we get there. It hasn't changed. What happens when we get there? We will have to wait and see. But definitely that should be a place where there should be some sellers. ASPI. Again, we are actually in this one as well. Overall, I like the stock very much. Massive inverted head and shoulders. Again, breakout, bull flagging, or squeezing up. We bought the break here. And now the last, in my view, the last piece of the puzzle. This red here, all-time highs to the high, the breakout high there, and we tagged there at 2.7. When and if we break here, this one should fly as well. Again, getting above, if you want the number, let's call it 2.1 on a daily close. You have it, in my view, down 4% today, so not the best. Many stocks, the uranium miners looks really good. The sector looks insanely good. Again, nothing goes in a straight line. If you go back and look at the move from 2020 to 2021, you had like 4 or 5 pullbacks, you know, roughly 20%, 25% every single time. It will be difficult, and the moves or the run up here, in my view, for uranium will test your guts, but you will learn from that also from a mental perspective. So that's all. Overall, what is the takeaway? Bullish. Bye.